Hi, Kalidasa here to talk to you today a little bit about mindfulness and mindfulness meditation. But first, what is mindfulness? This topic comes up a lot. It's been in the news. There's all these studies that say all these great things about mindfulness and what that is, what it can do for you. And what it really is mostly about is simply self-awareness, about being with yourself, about being in the moment, about being present. It's really actually very simple. The tricky part is that the mind does not like things that are simple. It likes to make them complicated and complex. And so as you practice mindfulness meditation, you may find these things happening in your mind where you think it's difficult, or your brain says something about this or that, some judgment, evaluations, and just that's all part of the process. That's part of the letting go, which is another part of mindfulness. It's being letting go of what the mind says, of what you think, of what you feel, and what you judge, mainly what you judge. And that's what keeps us away from being mindful, away from the self, away from being present with yourself and with others, with your family, your friends, your spouse, your loved ones. Um, so this mindfulness has all these incredible benefits like that, being able to be present with others, um, relieving stress, which also can help with PTSD. A lot of studies have shown lately. It can help unlearn the fearful response. It can actually increase gray matter in the brain. It literally make you smarter just by practicing that. And so that's all fine and good, but how do you do that? Staying in the moment, being present. It's like I said, it's simple but complicated to the brain. It just doesn't like that. So just try that. Just let's try it for a moment right now. Just sit there as you're sitting, standing, lying there, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Just notice your body. Start by noticing your body about what it's doing right now. You know, it's there, it's got this weight to it. Um, your chest or your belly are rising and falling with your breath. Um, this thought comes into your mind. I'm saying something here, but maybe some thought comes in on top of that or tries to push out what you're listening to. Just the fact of listening. You're listening, you're hearing the sounds, you're hearing these words, they're coming in. And just noticing that these different things around you, the air as it comes on and blowing across you. Um, if you're in air conditioning, it comes on. If you're outside, you feel a breeze, or maybe you don't feel any of that. Maybe you feel cold or warm. Just all these different little minuscule, the minutia, these little bitty things. Just be present with that and notice it. It's really just that simple. But the mind doesn't like to stay in the moment. It likes to project, mainly it likes to project in the future. This is where fear comes from. Without a future, there is no fear. If you're in the moment, there can be no fear. So that's part of the benefit of being present with yourself, about being mindful. Breathing is a really, really excellent technique. I mentioned that a moment ago. I'll do a whole video on that one. Just that process of being with your breath is incredibly powerful. It's one of the simplest and most powerful mindfulness meditation techniques there is. So maybe you already know that one. You can go ahead. You don't need that video, but I'll link to it in case. Um, so that's basically the mindfulness. I mean, it's really that simple. When I first started learning to meditate, um, I had no idea that I had been meditating for years before because I didn't have a label for it. When I was a kid, I used to sit and just be present. And I remember one time my mother actually came out and asked me what I was doing. I'd gone out in the back and around the side, around hiding from something. There was some old bench there that I was sitting at, and I was just sitting there being. I had no idea. I was just there. My mother asked what I'm doing, and I said nothing, and she didn't get it. I mean, you can't understand that because I was literally doing nothing, and just being was nothing, and that was nothing to me. But my first introduction to formal meditation was with the Enlightenment Intensive and the Enlightenment Technique, which is basically a Zen technique. So that Zen meditation is very much about being mindful, and I'll do videos on that as well. Of course, that's my one of my first deepest loves of meditation was with the Enlightenment Intensive, and very important to me. I've done thousands and thousands of hours of Zen meditation. Really amazing. And I remember actually we did the Enlightenment Intensive, and the person that gave it, he had a little get together afterwards for people that wanted to. And I go there, and not everybody shows up, of course, but we're talking about meditation. And I'm just this kid. I mean, I was, what, 20 or 19 or something. And probably the youngest person on the intensive, actually, I was. And there were these other people there that had been involved in meditation. It was the first time the Enlightenment Intensive had come to Houston, that's where I was. And he had gone out and approached people that were already practicing, through some common ground or some kind of magazine that listed all these people that did these different techniques. And he got these people that were already involved with their own meditation practices, and they had clients and all of that. And so these people were there, and they were talking about all these things. I had no idea what all of them were at all. And this one German guy, I wish I could remember his name, he said, I'll teach you a good meditation. I got so excited because I had no idea what meditation was. I had no idea I'd been doing meditation for those 3 days of the intensive. And he never did. We never got together. But over the years, I've learned so much about meditation, and so much about mindfulness, and about being present. And really, that is the most powerful one of them all. Just that simple being present in yourself, with yourself. Just give that a try. Just try that. Even set a timer. Set it for whatever works for you. It could be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever really you want to do, a realistic goal. And try and do that. Don't try and do that. Do that every day for 1 minute. Start with that. Whatever short period of time, very short period of time. Do that for at least 3 weeks. Get yourself in the habit. That's what it takes to get to a habit, was 3 weeks. My teacher taught that decades ago, and studies have recently proven that that's the case. 3 weeks builds a habit. So get in that habit before you increase the time. And I do recommend increasing that time. Build it up to a very comfortable, practical level. If you're a very, very busy life, a practical level might be 5 minutes. It might be 1 minute when you wake up in the morning, 1 minute at lunch, 30 seconds while you're waiting for the light to change. You can practice anytime, anywhere, as long as you're not needing to be aware of something like, heavy machinery in your car. So, okay, I'll stop for now, but that's your first introduction to mindfulness, and go out and give it a try. Let me know what you think. Post something in the comments, whether you're here on my blog or on YouTube, and I do read the comments. I'll try and answer all of them. And yeah, have a great day, and talk to you again soon. Bye.
There are a lot more videos like this coming out over the next few months and years on yoga, yoga philosophy, spirituality, meditation, and more. But I can't do this without your help. Would you consider donating to help defer the costs? It would be greatly appreciated. And you can subscribe to Kalidasa.com so you know when anything new comes out. Links are below. My name is Kalidasa, a longtime yogi and yoga teacher, and now I am presenting some of what I have learned over the last few decades. My desire here is for you to find value in your life. And please ask questions and give comments. They help inspire what to present. Thank you, and have a great day.